Yep.
How much Mauricio was influenced to Rocksteady or something?
Oh yeah, Mauricio, man. To me, he was one of my favorites. You know, especially when he was in Rocksteady, he was one of my favorites. And then of course out in New York, he was one of my favorites because he had like a powerful way of doing style. You know, his footwork was big. Even if he just went out and did a simple 6-step combination, it's almost like, whoa. You know, he put his energy into everything he did. And hey, give it up for Mauricio, give him a clap because that's an OG. I look up to all these guys. I mean, Rocksteady for me was my first introduction to breaking. You know, I mean, there's a lot of local people that I learned from. I was born in New Jersey, which is right next to New York City. It'd take me maybe 10, 15 minutes, and I'd take the bus into New York City. And I first saw breaking done in the street. And then later on, probably about 6 to 7 months later, after first seeing breaking, I went to my first jam in the Bronx. And it was an event called Breakbeats, and Rocksteady put on this event. And the first couple of people I saw breaking was Crazy Legs, Frosty Freeze. Mr. Wiggles was breaking. I saw him breaking, and he had a really dope style. You know, and these are like my first introduction to breaking. And I was about 16 years old when I first met them. Later on, I met Crazy Legs, and he saw me dance a few times at the jam, and then he took me under his wing. You know, I didn't get technically down in Rocksteady until 2005, but I've known them since '96. And I went to school, you know, so I didn't, you know, I wasn't taking dancing on a really serious level. But of course, a lot of b-boys who have danced in the '90s, there was no way of kind of dancing as your job, or as any type of job. There was no such thing. Not many classes were going on in the '90s. There were events were just starting to kind of come out again, you know. It was almost like the rebirth, like in the '80s, almost like the started it all over again in the later '90s. Until now it's like, it's everywhere, you know. But I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy the fact it gives me an opportunity to come here and share my knowledge with you guys, Mr. Wiggles as well, and also Willie. Willie is an old dancer that we found. Actually, Pop Master Fable found him. And the interesting thing about what he does is it predates the things that we have learned, or Mr. Wiggles has done. So it's an older version of what we do. So you can see the time change and how it's changed. You know, it's really interesting.